Hey you. Yes you. Don't forget to like and follow. Introduction. This will mostly be a narrated story. The characters will still talk, but not as much as the narrator. This will not be a hand-drawn art animation or whatever because I'm too lazy to do that. Plus it'll take forever and I'll eventually get tired of it, then give up on the series. It'd be better if I do it my own way. So just use your imagination, but I will use sound effects to help with your imagination a little bit. The Wendigos will be 50% inaccurate and 50% accurate. At the same time, it will be kind of my own version. You know when a movie director takes a creature and make their own version of it, like a werewolf for an example. Warning, scroll away if you get scared easily or anything serious. My Little Pony Infection Alternate Universe Part 1. Wendigo Disease.
Every pony is asleep in Ponyville, including the ponies who live in Sweet Apple Acres where the Apple family lived at. This night isn't going to be one of those normal nights tonight. All suddenly, a Wendigo broke into the barn and disturbing all the farm animals' slumber. The Wendigo attacks the farm animals and rips them into shreds while the Apple family is still all asleep. As this continues on the inside of the barn and the Wendigo killing every animal in the barn as possible, Winona curiously went to go check on the farm animals since she is the first to wake up to the sounds. She is thinking some of the farm animals are trying to break free and escape the barn because you know Winona's job is to herd sheep, pigs, and cows alike, but mostly to help Applejack with the farm animals from getting loose. The barn door is slightly ajar and Winona sniffs the air sensing danger. She squeezed herself through the slightly open barn door. Winona witnessed a mysterious figure inside the barn, eating an animal corpse in a dark corner. She started to bark, as you know dogs tend to bark whenever they sense danger. Big Macintosh did wake up to the sound of Winona barking outside. So he got up out of bed and went to check of what's going on. He walked outside of the house, then up to the barn. Granny Smith, Applejack, and Apple Bloom seemed to be still asleep. Big Macintosh approached the barn door and pushed it open. As Winona is still barking at the mysterious figure, the Wendigo wasn't paying attention and didn't care much about the dog anyway, but unaware of him at first. Big Macintosh walked around and stood there as he observed around the inside of the barn, wondering of what Winona is barking at, until he spots the same exact mysterious figure that Winona is barking at. He slowly stepped closer to the creature while it is still eating the animal corpse on the ground. He took a step closer to see what it is before he does anything about it because he doesn't know of what it is, so he is a little curious about it then. The creature turned its head towards him and looked. Moments later, it slowly got up and preparing to attack Big Macintosh. He got alarmed the moment the Wendigo charged at him. He quickly grabbed a nearby pitchfork for a weapon. He attempted to act fast and kill this creature. He stabbed the Wendigo in the head, but it was already too late and Big Macintosh is already bitten. But at least he did kill the creature when it got close enough to him. He doesn't know that he is infected with Wendigo disease. He brushed it off as it's just a simple injury to him. He went back inside the house and then went ahead to doctor himself up with an aid kit. He went back to sleep after that night. As days go on, Big Macintosh seemed just fine at first, just doing chores around the farm and helping out Applejack, until 25 hours is up and the Wendigo disease finally sets in. A couple of weeks passed. Applejack became concerned about her older brother Big Mac since he has been in his room and doing nothing. She went to go check on him within his bedroom. The bedroom is abnormally cold and dark, and what appears that she sees. Big Macintosh didn't look too well. He looked sick and there's something wrong with him, she thought to herself when she had turned on the light within the bedroom. He was eating himself slowly and obsessively, picking at the skin off his face one piece by piece. He barely has any hair. There was tons of blood on his bed and on the floor, next to the bed on the side that he's on. He looked awfully skinny and malnourished with ribs showing and he's shivering from the cold. His cutie mark is blurred. The look on his face is pure paranoia and anxiety, due to hallucinations. "Hey, Big Mac, you look a little sick there," she said to him. Applejack looked terrified at the sight of her brother being in this state, and soon she tries to get him to a hospital. And once they arrived at the hospital, the nurses took Big Macintosh into a room on a bed. The doctors tried their best to help, but he only got worse as the days went on. To be continued.